Hello folks, I'm standing here with my second patch of beans. I'm very happy I planted 2 patches with beans this year because the drought did something with the first patch, and the beans over there they're struggling a little bit. We got some rain the last days and they seem to kick off now. But this patch here has done good all the time because it's more humid in the soil here. So I'm gonna harvest some beans here. And these ones here are Cherokee Trail of Tears, and over there I got some Norwegian heirlooms. They're called the Monastery bean. And I wanted to show how the Monastery bean looks like, and on which stage you harvest them. I'll also be showing how I select the seeds I use for next year. And if you want to have a look at that, come on here with me. The Monastery bean came to Norway down back in the 18th century, and it was the monks that grew these. And it's a French type bean, a pole bean, a quite vigorous grower if it got good conditions in the soil. And it has a very special taste. It's very different from other kinds of beans I've tasted. Well, the experts, they reckon the best time to harvest these pods here is when the bean inside has grown quite big. So when you cook these as a snap bean, it shall taste a little bit more like a bean than a pod. And to find that exactly time is quite challenging. If you wait too long, the pod will turn yellow, and then you'll have to use it as a dry bean. And if you harvest them too young and the pod is flat, it tastes more like a pod, and it tastes different. If you see here, this one has just the right size. It's still green and the pods inside are quite big. So this is an excellent one. And this old heirloom bean variety is getting quite rare here in Norway now, because many people prefer the stringless types, you know, the more modern beans. And I understand that. But in my mind it's also very important to keep these old heirloom varieties so they don't get extinct. And this variety here is well adapted to the Norwegian cold climate and short summers and our soil conditions. And it's a very good bean for growing in cold places. And when I select the seeds to grow next year from this plant here, I do a couple of things that I want to show you now. The first thing I do is to look at the whole plant, how it grows, how tall it is, and if it has any diseases, and how vigorous it is, and also the amount of beans the plant has. So my goal with this plant here is to have a remaining strong, good and healthy plants, and improve it from, you know, one year to the next. And I try to do that by selecting the seeds from the best plants. Another thing I do is to count the amount of seeds in the pod. And here I got 8 seeds, and a couple of pods I counted this year, they had 9. But usually they have, let's say, 6, 7. And I save the seeds from those pods that have the biggest amount of beans in them. So when the pods are ripened and dried out, they look like this. And it's just to pop them out as you do with the peanuts, like this. And here you can see the seeds inside. And I store these in a dry place until I sow them next year. Or they can be eaten as a dry bean as well, and it tastes delicious. But now it's beginning to rain, so I gotta run inside. It only looks like a small shower, so I'll probably wait until it goes over. I think. Will soon be over. We call this a crock in Norwegian. I don't know what the English word for it is. In older days they used to sit on these while milking the cows. But this one here I made for a child with a stylized cat face in front here and a stylized backside here. So this one I don't think I'm gonna paint. Just gonna, you know, make it smooth and leave it as it is, I think. Yeah. Raindrops keeps falling on my head. Well, I make all kinds of these. Here is one. It's not me that has painted this though, but this is one model. And here's a bigger one that I use in the garden. This is so strong that I can stand on it as well. So I use this one here a lot. You see there's a hole here on top, and it's made for, you know, carrying this. That's very typical for this kind of chairs. So if you decide to make one of these here, be careful to sit on this when you're naked and you're a man, because things can fall, you know, down underneath here, and if you've got a playful kitten around, it can get really nasty. Our weather gods hasn't learned yet to, you know, spread out things. It's either one thing or the other. So now we had sunshine for about 3 months and a drought, no rain, and it wouldn't surprise me if we got 3 months with daily rain now. Well, I'm standing here in the old hen house, and it would have been cool to have some chickens here. There's a great room to do other stuff in as well. Like this. Things here. And here's a scarecrow I'm working with. Maybe I should say a scarehawk. So I cut this hawk out from a thin wood sheet, and I painted a little bit on it, but it's not finished yet. I need to do it much more, you know, carefully and detailed. So I hope this will work. And I fasten it to, I don't know if you can see here, pedal from a bike. I got that idea from some friends of mine, so big thanks to them. And this thing here will also work as you know, a thing that you can see which direction the wind comes from, so it will move in the wind like this. So I hope I'll manage to finish this. Because I got a load of stuff that's you know, half made and half finished that I never finished. But it's more a kind of winter work, this. I wonder what else I can do while waiting for the rain to stop. I wonder if I can shave with this. Yeah, that was better. and now it's even lightning and sunshine. Well, what is your thoughts about that, Musa? Do you think this weather is boring? Huh? What do you think? She don't bother about it. Shall we go outside again? Do you agree? Shall we wait for a couple of minutes? You don't talk too much, do you? Okay, I think I got it now. The weather gods are trying to tell me that it's soon autumn here. Anyhow, it's cleared up a little bit now, so I think I can continue the harvesting. I see some of the pods are a little bit too old to collect now, so I will leave them for use as dry beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. My freezer is all filled up with beans this year. So I'm gonna have some nice and good meals through the winter. Beans is my favorite vegetable. I love them. And sometimes in the evening I cook up a couple of these here and with some melted butter on them and just eat them as a snack. It can take some time though, string all these beans, and I'm gonna show that because Old Gardener Guy has a great video just about that. I'll put a link up here so you can go into his channel and have a look how he does it. I enjoy, going around on YouTube and looking at other gardeners' channels. And it's not always that I have the time to comment all of them. But there's a lot to learn out there, and many very skillful gardeners out there. And I have so many channels that I like watching. So I can't mention all of them. It would take the whole day. I'm gonna fill that bucket there, I think, because it's loads in here. I wonder if I shall do that next year as well, having a couple of patches with beans. So if one of them fails, I still got the other one as a reserve. I'll be thinking of that. I got the first seeds from a friend of mine. I think it was about 6 seeds or something like that. And I planted them in, straight in the soil. And only 2 or 3 of them came up. So he told me that he only had a few seeds because the roe deers had been munching on their beans over there. But luckily those 2-3 plants were enough to give me many seeds. So now I have a great reserve of them. I've decided to keep that one plant over there because it has pods with 8 to 9 beans in them. So if anyone is interested to try this variety, I got seeds if you want some. It's not so often I do shoutouts on my channel, and this time I want to talk about Aaron's channel. He received a plot just some months ago, and just in short time it looks like a paradise in his allotment. Of course it's very much because of his hard work that has paid off. But another thing that amazed me is very humble, and he learns very fast, and I'm so impressed about his way of learning things. I think we all need that kind of thinking path, because it's a very good way of learning, you know, to be a little bit humble. It's not dangerous. And I still got loads of things to learn, and I hope I never get fully educated in garden work. The crops on the Cherokee Trail of Tears has just been formidable this year. And I think this is the second harvest from these plants here. And when selecting the seed plants from Cherokee Trail of Tears, I try to save the rounded pods, and with the largest amounts of seeds inside it. And this one here is just beautiful. It's a quite long pod, you can see here, and it's very nice and rounded. So let's hope for a long fall so these ripen, all of them. And the pods are even round when they are small as well. Beautiful. When the Cherokee Trail of Tears gets ripened, the pods turn very dark purple, and in my opinion they get a little bit stringy, so I try to pick them before that. But you can use them as a dry bean as well. But all in all, it's a very vigorous and healthy variety, this Cherokee Trail of Tears, and I really love this one. And it has a very strong story behind it, so if you search it up on the internet, you can read about the history of this variety. It grows quite well here in our northern climate, so I'm gonna grow these next year as well. I don't think you've seen this cat before. She's the mother of Isaac and Mjoltas, the other white cat I have. And her name is Sarah. And she's a very small cat. She loves people, but she hates other cats. Okay, it seems that I have nice job ahead of me with stringing these here. So until next time I see you folks, have a nice time and take care. Bye.